Und es wird grossartig, ja? Ist noch ein bisschen aufgeregt. Ja, Igor, also irgendwie fest oder so, ein bisschen halb oder gar nicht so aufgeregt. Igor, wer sonst noch? Alle zusammen! Schau mal, als Fünfter kommt Ramon Zenos, wo sind die Fans von Ramon?
Als 10. kommt der Daniel Juhl. Als 14. der Marc Rocha. Als 22. der Tanguy Neff. Und als 26. der Like Meyer. Wow, grossartig. Also, übrigens 14.100 Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer und so und du sind da. Kunis, wir sagen danke vielmals. Die sind grossartig, die sind die Besten. Kurz durchschnaufen und nachher gehen wir stehen.
Achieve some victories already, and it's not that you're done now. You want to have this feeling over and over again. In the end, the mindset makes the difference. Crossing the finish line and all you've won is, yeah, probably the best feeling in the world.
When I'm skiing, that's when time makes the most sense to me. This is where I get to have permission to put everything else on the back burner and be completely in this moment. I know what I want. This is something I'm willing to work for.
Kunis 2026, es geht noch gute Viertelstunde und dann startet das grosse Finale und das riesen Spektakel. Und der Schmidi war ja vorher auf dem Trainerturm, Mutterseelen allein. Jetzt ist er nicht mehr allein.
Das ist mir schon mal aufgefallen. Wir sind immer noch auf dem Trainerturm, gerade Einfahrt Steilhang neben mir, vom deutschen Team, der Stefan, der Coach. Jetzt machen wir schnell ein bisschen Experten-Talk. Stefan, wie sieht da gerade die Situation aus, Einfahrt Steilhang? Wie hast du deine Athleten oder den Linus...
Eigentlich noch. Es ist Skifahren, es ist Honigberge, es ist Winter. Platzweit, immer, überall. Ja, das ist eben passend, gell? Ja? Beide Seiten immer gut. Sind ihr zufrieden mit dem Werk?
Jetzt ist etwas, was nicht 363 Tage lang musst darauf warten, bis es wieder gibt. Also drum, noch einmal. Punis, wie geht's? So, wunderbar. Also, der Family Day einerseits und andererseits einfach Slalom-Spektakel total. Es ist ein fantastischer Tag. Und ja, eigentlich ist alles angepackt. Gern der Fokus Sport vom Sepp Odermatt. Und Ausgangslage und Spektakel ist programmiert.
Ja, das haben wir ja bereits vorher gemacht, als wir die Ausgangslage miteinander beleuchtet haben, wie der erste Lauf ausgesehen hat. Ich möchte vielleicht noch eingehen ein bisschen auf die Statistik dieses Rennens hier in Adelboden. Zum 24. Mal findet das Slalom hier am Koenis statt. Und zum ersten Mal wurde im Jahre 2000 der Slalom eingesetzt. Und jeweils die ersten 3 Veranstaltungen 2000, dann 2 Jahre später und wieder 2 Jahre später und ab 2006 dann jedes Jahr. 23 verschiedene Slaloms, 23 Austragungen, das ergaben 18 Sieger aus 8 Nationen. Die Österreicher gewannen bis dato 11 Mal hier am Koenis. Marcel Hirscher war 5-facher Sieger. Je einmal profitierte Rainer Schönfelder, Mario Matt, Reinfried Herbst, Marco Schwarz, Johannes Strolz und Manuel Feller. Die Franzosen mit 2 Siegen, Julien Liseroux und Clément Noël letztes Jahr konnten bis jetzt 2 Siege einfahren, genau gleich wie die Italiener mit Giorgio Rocca und Stefano Gross. Dann Norwegen 3 Siege, 2-mal Henrik Christoffersen, nämlich 2016, 2017 und 10 Jahre später.
Das ist eigentlich noch gar nicht so schlecht, die Kostprobe von euch dort oben. Wir da unten auf der Tribüne, wir können im Fall...
Back in beautiful Adelboden, Switzerland for the men's second run of the slalom. Here on the Hunus Bergli, that's Shiro Ahadi from Japan, qualified 30th on the first run. He'll be starting number 1 on the second run. And here's the leader on the first run. It's the great Henrik Kristoffersen from Norway. 2-time winner here. Also been second once, third twice. And he had a fantastic first run. Good in the middle section, strong in the steeps. Has a .28 advantage on his teammate, Atle Lee McGrath, who's 1/100th of a second faster than the Finn Eddie Hallberg. Paco Rosat's 4th, Loke Mayard's 5th, but it was Kristoffersen who skied brilliantly and has converted a lot of these winning runs on the World Cup circuit, all 14 of them. Leading after the first run, he's won 10 times, so 71% victory rate for Henrik Kristoffersen after leading on the first run in slalom. The top 10, and our man Marchand, Finatzer. 5 Swiss in the second run, 4 Austrians, 4 French, 3 Norwegians, 3 Italians, 3 Brits, 2 Belgium racers. Sam Mays from Croatia, Fabian Schwarz from Sweden, Lucas Braten from Norway, Popov, Bulgaria, Lena Strasser from Germany, and as I said earlier, Shiro Aihara from Japan, the lone Japanese athlete. Really nice to see the sun come out finally here in Adelboden. It's been snowing since Thursday afternoon all the way to this morning at about 8 o'clock during that first run inspection. But now it is Bluebird Day, and we'll be getting ready for the Jonas Bergli. The Chala is where they start, just above that actually. And the Giesebrunnen and the Zielhang, second course set by the Italians. And there's one of the great Italians, Vinny Finatzer. He's been working his tail off this season, trying to make hay in slalom. Been skiing better giant slalom lately. And this is just one of the classic courses on the circuit. And here we go with the forerunner and the POV behind. But Marc Berthaud. Marc Berthaud is a Swiss racer who started here number 60 way back in 2007. Finished 27th on the first run and then went all the way to number 1 on the second run. Took home his first career victory. Course looks pretty smooth so far. Nothing too dramatic or uncharacteristic in the slalom set. They're big, wide open gates. I like down that steep pitch. There's a quick hairpin. You have to have quick feet through there, and looks like about 6 open gates before the next hairpin. Steers you over to the right. One last 3-gate flush, and down to the line safely for the first forerunner here on the second run. Beautiful crowd once again in Switzerland in the brilliant sunshine. Get out that snick or the copper tone and soak in the vitamin D. There's Popov, the Bulgarian. Excited to see his run. Popov finished 12th on the first run, so he's right in there. There's their Croatian, Sam Kolega. 27th on the first run. There's Big Z, all 6'6" of Ramon Zenhuizern. Looking to qualify for the Olympic Games. 5 Swiss on the second run. Remember, only 4 qualify for the Olympic Games, but they'll have a few more opportunities in Wengen and Kitzbühel. Coming up, the big classic races in downhill and slalom, where all of these athletes will have a chance to show their stuff once again. So there's Shiro Aihara, Kaslunger, Barbera, Kolega, Zenhuizern. The first 5 out of the gate. Laurie Taylor, the Brit. Now I expect somebody from the back of the pack here to put in a charge like we saw River Radamus do yesterday, moved up 23 spots on that second run. That's usually what happens. Maybe Laurie Taylor's the guy, maybe Finatzer. Schwartz for sure has a chance. Victor Mouvagende, the veteran. La Roche from Switzerland, and the Rocket, of course, Dave Riding. Michael Matt into the twilight of his career. Young Dominic Rashner and Popov. Marchand, the Belgian. Stephen Amier, whose dad was 5th here before. Tanguy Neff started number 1 in that first run, moved up a little bit, or back a little bit, but still into the top 10. Loic Maillard, probably the biggest hope for Switzerland. Rassat, Hallberg, McGrath, and Christofferson will finish us off at the end of this second run for slalom. There's Marco Schwartz having a little roll in the snow before he gets going. Interesting to watch all of these athletes warm up, and you just want a routine up here at the start. Just get into that comfortable routine that you know exactly what you're doing. 1, 2, 3 with one leg, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the other one the same. So keep that start routine unless you mess up on your run, and then you have to switch up that start routine. So great drone shots today here in the Bernese Oberland. Stunning views. Classic venue. And we will get this going in just a couple of minutes. So it's going to be interesting to see Christofferson. Remember I said after leading on the first run has won 71% of the time. Finished 2nd once, 6th once, 11th once, and 1 DNF. So there is a lot of pressure starting last, but he relishes in that opportunity. He's done it so many times and has incredible amount of wins, 33 in his career. Christofferson, 266 races, wins 12.5% of the time. And here he is, first time qualifying ever in 17 career World Cup races. I'm excited to see him go. So I'm Brian Stemmel along with you for this second run. Let's get her going. Go. Well, let's go for a ride down the Hundsbergli here in Adelboden, Switzerland on the second run. It's Shiro Ihara from Japan. Out quickly. Into the shade a little bit here up top into a steeper section as you make your way down to the Chala where it flattens out. There's those 3-4 steep turns right there, and then through a delay underneath gate into an interesting combination of gates. To the Gizi Berna through that second last interval under the Oshner Sport sign, and then into the Zielhang. Gorgeous crowd. Beautiful people in Switzerland. So knowledgeable in their ski racing. They cheer for everyone. Look at that sheer ice in behind Ihara. Conditions are absolutely perfect, and he's skiing a really nice run. Number 60 to number 30 on the first run, and he's in the lead. Number 1 down sets a time, 1:54.13, 55.29 on that second run. So he's 3 seconds faster and loving it. Hey, stay in the finish area. Soak it up a little more, Shiro. Iragato! Ohayou gozaimasu! Good stuff from the 24-year-old from Hokkaido. Back up to the start is Tobias Kaslunger, the Italian. 1 score this season so far. He was 12th in Levy and then has really bombed out the last 4 races. 1 DNF on the second run there. 3 did not qualify. 16th here before and fell on his side in the Zielhang last year. So we'll try and keep it upright on this steep slope. Saw a few guys go down this morning. Kaslunger just trying to stay balanced over those head skis. having a look ahead. Every single gate, want to look a couple ahead, really set the rhythm, but he's 3/10 behind Aihara right now. Making his last charge, down into the finish area. Stops the time through that timing beam into second place. They have photoelectric cells at that last line right at the finish. As you cross through it, it'll stop your time. So Shiro leads. 2 Italians now, Corrado Barbera up at the start. Only 500ths of a second ahead of Aihara, and he's the highest bib to qualify. Mario Lemieux, number 66, all the way to 28th in the first run, and the World Junior Champion. One of the most interesting young prospects on the World Cup circuit. Will really have to give it a shot down here. Try and stay in there and claim some points. Hasn't claimed any yet this year, so it's going to be a fine line between him absolutely sending it and skiing with a little bit of smarts and tactics so he can gain some points and move up start numbers in the future races. From the Piedmont region and Italy into that brilliant sunshine. Camera has to adapt to that there, in and out of the shade, and down to the line in third. But even if he gets 1 point at the end of the day, he should be thrilled. Yeah. What a character, I love it. So as Barbera catches his breath, Sam Collega, as we saw in the first run, buckles up very late, cranks those buckles on, clips into those poles, doesn't have the straps that go around his wrist. He definitely takes his time in the start, which I like that approach. Corrado Barbera, 23-year-old from Italy, or excuse me, Sam Collega now, as we just saw Barbera, 26-year-old from Ulm in Germany. Good for the Croatians. Wow, that is really quick. Great skiing there. 0.66 ahead. The only Croatian to qualify for that second run, 0.65 now. This is really good. Hasn't made a mistake yet. Oh, there's one. I just jinxed him right there. Got those skis off the ground and couldn't stay in control, but still managed to ski beautifully down there considering the mistake. Aihara will step aside. Just warmed up the seat for Collega. But he'll have to get in there quickly because Big Z's up next, Ramon Zenhuizen. There's that mistake, just shot right out of that turn on the blue gate. You have to absorb all the energy rather than resisting against it. Shiro has to be thrilled. And are his coaches. Yeah, you want to cry. Put so much work and hard effort into it, and he's done it. But Collega skiing in the best form of his career, and let's listen to the Team Swiss radio.
Extrem unkompliziert, also einfach, gell? Und das Tempo in der Fläche ist nicht störend, das ist gut.
Guy who fills the start gate, it's Ramon Zenhuizen, 26th after the first run. Olympic silver medalist in 2018 in slalom. Might be his swan song this year. 33 years old, from Birken in Switzerland. Been around for a long time, debuted way back in 2012. And would the Swiss fans love to see him take the lead down here. First of 5 Swiss athletes. You'll hear it for all of them. Down at the bottom comes Zenhuizern. Amazing skills for such a big guy. Really reminds me of a great basketball player who's found that quickness and speed, and he's got the lead, 0.39. A lot of respect there from the fans. That's fantastic. 14th time here in Adelboden, no top 3s. He was 4th in 2022, oh so close. He'll have to have a miracle to stay into the top 3, but good performance. The gold medalist in the Olympic team event in Pyeongchang too, so even if he retires, he'll still have 2 gold medals under his belt. Okay, Laurie Taylor, this is the guy that I really am looking forward to on the second run. He'll get crossed up there right at the beginning. He should have tons of speed. We've seen it before from him this season. Wasn't all that impressed with his first run, at least he wasn't. Now we pick up the drone. We'll catch him through here, through the underneath gate in this interesting flush combination. Look at how fast he's going. You just tap your feet to the rhythm of these gates. That's the rhythm it'll be in, but you can see the tempo slows down now, that foot tamping. Yeah, it's a little slower as we get onto the steep. More swing here across. Laurie Taylor into the last interval, 0.42 behind. Good skiing from Laurie Taylor. He might take it. No, not quite, into third. Thought I was going to do it there, picked up a lot of speed at the bottom. Was second down there, just 900ths back. Laurie Taylor back into the points again for the 4th time this season. You know, all these athletes so well educated, speaking French to each other, speaking German, speaking English. They do it all, and here's a Swede who got a beautiful English-Swedish accent. Fabian Axvarts. Just 21 years old. Finished 24th on the first run and skiing well so far. Green, now a little orange, slowing down a little bit in that midsection. Lost almost half a second there, the Swede did. The lone Swede in this second run. And another Swede with a twisted bib. Let's just call them the Twisted Brothers. Really good from Fabian Axvarts. Super quick, dynamic. Not fast enough, 0.57 back into 4th.
0,57 Sekunden Rückstand. Es führt weiter in Zenhuizern vor Kollege Taylor, Axvarts und Aichiara.
Well, not a sparkling run for Fabian Axvarts in that sparkling gray helmet. A little off the pace, but you have to consider that's pretty good experience for such a young guy. He's going to be here a lot, I would imagine, over the next 10 years or so as he gets his career underway. '29-year-old Billy Major. Good and balanced approach right now. Good effort so far from Billy Major. Teammate Laurie Taylor sits in 3rd. We'll see Dave Riding coming up. Riding finished 15th on the first run and only 800ths back now for Billy Major. Got into skiing because his parents ran a ski company in France. Now he's trying to do his work here in Switzerland in Adelboden. Switched skis this year and taking some time to adjust to that new equipment. And there he is into second. Yeah, I always want a little bit more. He's been really fast out of the Brits, probably the fastest in training, but sometimes tenses up a little bit during the race, but skied with a nice relaxed approach there. Yeah, excellent run. So Billy Major down into the finish into second. Erik Histed Solberg now from Norway. One of 3 Norwegians in the field. Here's the team radio. Yeah, tempo gets really fast after the Zielhang, right before the finish. Tempo picks up a bit here too. Just tap your foot along right here and see how quick it gets in this section. 10 brilliantly fast turns right there. His 2 teammates, Atle Lee McGrath and Henrik Kristoffersen, will be coming down. The last 2 racers in the field, they're first and second on the first run. Little indecision there from Solberg, but skiing nicely in the yellow. And no, third. So Solberg, after starting 40, bib number 49 in Levy, has moved up to bib 34 here and maybe moving himself into that top 30 in the next race. 3-point scores this season. I think he'll be happy with that. There's Atle Lee McGrath taking the chairlift inspection, goes right over the course. And you can see the race is going down before you as you take that lift ride up to the top of the Tunisbergli. And speaking of the Tunisbergli, here's the winner here from Adelboden. Back in 2020 when it was his house, Daniel Juhl. Good skiing there, oh, really close. Mostly yellow on the way down. He's of Scottish parentage. There's a really interesting French-English Scottish accent. Oh, Juhl, maybe not at his best, but picking up a little bit more from where he's been this season. He's been back in the mid-20s. Will he get to the lead? No, he can't again. Oh, way back in 8th. So Big Z still in that Audi leader seat as he watches his teammate Daniel Juhl come through the finish. 7-time winner on the World Cup circuit. 2018 Olympic medal in the Alpine team event. And the Swiss will be battling it out for those coveted 4 spots at the Olympic Games in slalom. Their team is just so deep. Let's see some full attack from Alex Finatzer. 26-year-old from Bolzano. Skied in Val Gardena as a kid. Went to the Stamm Ski Academy in Austria when he was younger. A couple of brothers as well, and they really support him in all of his athletic endeavors. Good quick feet, moving nicely, moving forward, although he stands a little bit further back on his heels. He'll have to just ski this pitch safely. Oh, old school around that red gate like Ingemar Stenmark, not cross-blocking, not taking his opposite arm and knocking the gate away. That'll cost him a little bit of time, but still in the green for the moment. Last flush, last few gates. Alex Finatzer into second. The Swiss are cheering because Sennhuisern still leads. There he was a little tentative. That's where he got one of that old school gates, the top of the hairpin. Still cheering for Ramon. As Marco Schwarz peers over the Bernese Oberland into the valley of Adelboden. He's gonna try and send it here. Sennhuisen with the fastest second run so far, 54.29. Sam Collega second fastest, and then Billy Major, 0.58 back on the second run. And Schwarz, who's been skiing with so much speed in every single event that he races in, Super G, Giant Slalom, and here in the Slalom, just 0.08 of a second up right now, but this is good. 30-year-old from Villach knows how to get it done. Fell at the bottom of the pitch here yesterday on the Zielhang and the Giant Slalom, but has managed his way nicely, negotiating his way around all of these gates. It's red-blue down to the finish. Through that flush. No, they can't touch him. Let's hear some more for Ramon. There they are. So they can cheer a little bit more for him. And Frenchman Victor Mouffagendet comes up next. Then it'll be Marc Rochat from Switzerland, and rounding out the top 15 on the second run will be Lina Strasser. There's Urs Lehmann, former world champion.
Bon, comme prévu en haut, c'est un autre rythme. Dans l'axe, c'est plus rythmé.
Yeah, it's rhythmic, but that rhythm is really fast. So much faster than the first run. Over 3 seconds faster. So you really have to be at the top of your game here to be able to negotiate this higher tempo. Mouffagendet only one top 3 in slalom in his career. Let's see what he's got here on the second run. I imagine that shade will come more into play here for some of the later guys. Probably be shady right through that section, which actually may help. You don't have to adjust your eyes from the brilliant sunshine to the shade down the Zielhang here. Look out. Hold on, buddy. So here comes Victor Mouffagendet from Aix-les-Bains. Out of the Club des Sports in Val d'Isère, Mouffagendet's got the lead, 0.34. So Sennhuisen will have to step aside. Mouffagendet's fired up. Really good run there. Solid skiing. 258 start in his career. He's been around for a long time, but will be thrilled with the lead. Yeah, he is. Marc Rochat coming up next from Switzerland.
Ready? Go.
Allez, allez for Marc Rochat. Hasn't really found that quick tempo that he needs. A little bit behind, getting late in the line. Oh, way back, man. 0.92, that's too bad. Well, it'd be interesting to who they pick for the Swiss combined team event at the Olympics. Rochat won a bronze medal at the Worlds with teammate Stefan Rogentin. His dad, Jean-Philippe, actually presented Rochat with a medal because he works for the FIS Council. But he's not going to have the lead right now. I would imagine maybe Odermatt Maillard also for Switzerland, will gain those 2 spots. So that new event, that team combined, is going to be thrilling. 1 run of downhill, 1 run of slalom for the Olympic Games. So we listen to Victor Mouffagendet radio up. I guess they don't radio anymore. They can use the cell phone. There's Lena Strasser from Germany. Was second last year in the first run, dropped back to 4th, and off the podium, and he's going to drop back again and drop right out of the race. I was looking for big things from him here. He's been second once here before, 3rd twice. And that'll be his first DNF of the season in slalom. Gets wide there and just can't make it back up to that red gate. So Strasser, 16th after the first run, is out. Victor Mouffagendet settles in the Audi leaders chair in those Solomon skis and the Audi FIS Ski World Cup. We get ready for the next 15 racers as we take a look at the leaderboard. It's Mouffagendet up top by 0.34, Vizenhuizen, Schwarz, Fienatzer, Billy Major hanging in there. Laurie Taylor moved up a couple of spots. Buell moved down 6, and Lena Strasser, the first DNF of the second run. So up next will be Dave Riding from Great Britain in his 140th World Cup start. It'll be his last time down this race course in Adelboden because he is retiring at the end of the season. Spend more time with his family. Michael Matt also getting up there in his career, so 2 of the elder statesmen here in the start.
Come on, Dave, straight. Go. Go.
Yeah, let's send it, Dave Riding. Trying to talk himself into it. Look at that strong, impeccable style. So balanced and clean in every turn, forward in all these positions and all these transitions. What his teammate was saying right there. Over those rolls, you have to be moving forward, quick tempo through that flush. He's doing a nice job of it so far for Dave Riding. This looks good. Yeah, 0.26 now for the Rocket. Got to get those afterburners going a little bit down here if he wants to move up a lot in this second run. So Dave Riding from Great Britain. 7 top 3s in his career, 3rd here before. He's got the lead right now at the last interval. Keep that tempo going. A little bit wide, slowing down a smidge. 900ths into second. Oh, so close. Had Mouffagendet up off of his seat. And I'm sure a few Brits as well. Solid effort there from Dave Riding. 39 years young. Now they should be giving him a big hand, acknowledging his representation here in Adelboden. He's been here for a long time. Now Michael Matt has had his fair share of runs here down the Königsbergli. Was second in Adelboden in 2018. 8 years ago. His last podium finish was a couple of years ago. 32-year-old, two-time Olympic medalist, was bronze in 2018. And his family just has a plethora of Olympic medals. Brother is Olympic champion who owns a crazy kangaroo, Mario. Brother Andreas won silver in ski cross in Vancouver in 2010. And Mario Matt, the gold medalist. Mickey, as they call him, won't be in gold medal spot today. He's down into 6th, only 12th on the second run.
That's what I thought in the finish. We are 100 together.
That's funny. 36-year-old and 39-year-old. Doesn't quite add up to 100, but it's close. It probably feels like it. After years and years of smashing plastic, they get their moment together in 1st and 2nd. Dominic Raschner underway in his 2nd run. 31-year-old from Mills in Austria, and I'm sure you've seen the signs if you've driven just outside of Innsbruck on your way to Hintertux in Solden on the glacier to go summer training. You've driven right through Mills. 3rd here a couple of years ago for Raschner. 0.4 up, really good. Whoa, getting crossed up now. His arms are going all over the place. That's going to cost him. Look at that red, that blood red, the side of the screen, and it's light red now through the finish into 3rd. Just 100th behind riding. Sennhuysen's moved up 10 spots. Remember I said somebody was going to move up a lot? That wasn't quite that much today, but Ramon did a great job of it. Raschner has to be happy with that. He'd love to see the green when you cross the line, but what can you do?
Oh, go.
I've got a lot of favorites on the World Cup Slalom Tour, but this is probably my most favorite guy to watch. Pocket Hercules, Albert Popov. Just such a diminutive guy, but skis with such courage and braveness. At the heart of a line, and look at the tempo he's got through here. He's so quick, just like a water bug, skimming over the frozen water here in Adelboden, quickly on and off his edges. Okay. Come on, Albert. There you go. 0.2 up. Good, 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 good. Yes! Good enough. Yeah, 0.29. Well, I cheer for him because he's such a small guy. I always cheer for the small guys. Doesn't matter how big or small you are. It's how fast you can go. But he was involved in a serious car accident in 2015 and after a training day near Solden, one of 2 passengers in a vehicle driven by his coach in the Bulgarian ski team, Drago Grobelnik, who ended up dying. He's only 39 years old, and Albert skis for him every day.
Ready? Go.
From Belgium, 11th after the first run, it's Armand Marchand. 0.21, picked up some time right out of the start. And he is really going. Whoa, those are such quick turns, really beautiful through there. If he doesn't have the lead here, well then I am mistaken, because that is just so good. 0.29. Wow, look at the 27-year-old dice this thing up. Gotta hang in there, a little low in that blue gate. Nice through the hairpin, but really getting things going here. 0.44 now for Marchand. First podium ever for Belgium. In Gurgel, he was second, and he's going to have the lead here by almost half a second. Wow, second on that second run. And he's happy, trying to bring the fans to their feet. But they're waiting for a guy who's coming up in a couple of racers, Tanguy Neff from Switzerland, and then fifth on the first run, the last Swiss racer we'll see, Loic Meillard. So two more for the fans to really let it all out for, but good run from our man Marchand. Yeah, yes, nice to deliver. He skied so beautifully. Those turns up top were gorgeous.
He's ready.
We stare into the clear goggle lens of Stephen Amier. Talked about his dad a lot in pretty much every race, it seems. Sebastian was such a great racer for France. Sebastian won the Crystal Globe in slalom in 1996. He was a silver medalist in Salt Lake in 2002. Steve was only 4 years old then, but look at the style on Stevie Styles here. Really quick as well. I love that part of the course. They are really honking through that section, and so is Stephen Amier. Trying to dial it up last year, for more than last year, his sixth last year. Oh, almost down on his side there. Have to stay balanced coming through the Zielhang. Lost some time, but still has a small margin of lead. Final gates, final flush for Stephen Amier, attacking Croissant from France into first, 300s up. Yeah, double alley, let's go. So he's got the lead right now. Clement Noel will be watching him from the start. Noel was 6th after the first run. Remember, Noel won here last year, so he'll be chasing down his buddy if he can hang on to the lead for the next few races before his teammate comes down. Jawohl. So Tanguy Neff, you can hear the fans cheering for him already. We'll see him up in the start right now on the big screen at the bottom. Started number 1 in the first run. Ended up 9th. Just 0.06 of a second advantage on the first run over our leader right now, Stephen Amier. We're down to the last 9 here in Adelboden. Manny Feller from Austria will be up next, the lone Austrian in the top 8. Tanguy skiing well, but 0.27, maybe not as quick a tempo as he'd like through that midsection of the course, but can make up some time down here. Some guys have made some mistakes. Skidded out a little bit in that left-footed turn. Left-footed turns don't look as good as his right. He's a little off camber down there, so they are more difficult. This isn't exactly ideal, but he's a little bit in the green. No, 1/100th. My goodness. Stephen Amier thought he was going to sit down and have to stand back up again and move aside, but he didn't. But Tanguy, I think, will still be happy with that. 5th is his best so far this season. Guaranteed at least 10th. Did ski well down at the bottom part of the course. First and the second last section. There's Thomas Stauffer, his coach. Can't tell if he's impressed or not. That wasn't a bad run. Pas mal. I thought it was pretty good, Steve. There he is up top. Neff second, Marchand third, Popoff in fourth. Mouffagendet riding, round out the top six. There are the Brits. Erik Hiested Solberg up there as well. Yeah, get that sponsor out there. Get it in the right spot. Settle in. Might be more nervous watching these next 8 racers as we see them come off here. There's Manny Feller, Lucas Pinheiro Braten, Clement Noel, the winner last year. Maillard, no top 3s for Switzerland last 6 years here. Rassat, only career win in Gurgel. Hallberg, second before. McGrath, second twice in Adelboden. And Christofferson, first run leader, will be charging for win number 3, and there he is. Getting ready at the start.
In die Vertikale rein. Vollgas, da geht's da sauber dahin. Tempo aufnehmen und Attacke.
So the winner here 2 years ago fell last year after he led after the first run. So Manny Feller in 8th will really try and pick it up here for Austria. Hasn't been at the top of his game. Not 100% healthy, and those are some good classic turns, some dynamic skiing again from Manny Feller. Fairly stable, but just not quite up to tempo. Good coming into the Zielhang. Great going down the Zielhang right now. Those are really good, sharp, quick turns. Manny Feller's got the lead. A little bit of a slip there on that right foot, but he's trying to rock it down to the finish. Pump it up through that flush. Austrian fans bringing him home. And he pushes aside Stephen Amier. Feller in a familiar spot here in Adelboden in first. We'll see if he can hang on to a top 3 finish. Schwarz doesn't even want to have to cheer for him. But that was excellent skiing down the pitch there from Manny Feller. Fastest in section 3, a little bit slower up top, 7th and 12th, but second on that second run. So good skiing from Feller.
Ready?
Come on, Lucas.
So Feller winner here 2 years ago. Broughton winner here 3 years ago. He was second yesterday in the giant slalom. Presented him with his cowbell at the victory ceremony in town later last evening. So he's had a busy time here this weekend. We'll have to get busy on this course. Now really good through the flush. Maybe the turns before not quite as good, but now he's picked up the tempo and really going for it. See if he can ski as well as Manny Feller did down the pitch here. Good quick arcs at these gates. Slipped a little around the blue. Those 2 blues have wreaked havoc with him. They weren't perfect. And he needs to be perfect because the times are so close. Only 0.3 of a second separating the top 4. And Pinheiro Braten has got the lead, and Manny Feller can't believe it. Neither can Braten. Ah, he's such a great showman. Brazilian who made a couple mistakes down this final pitch. Those red gates were good. It's the blue ones here, right here. He crossed himself up, but hung right in there. That was impressive. So Pinheiro Broughton was 4th in Madonna last Wednesday. We'll see if he can hang on to the top 3. It would be thrilling for him and the Brazilian team. And he's soaking it all in. He was soaked yesterday after that champagne shower by Marco Odermatt.
Go.
And here's a guy who celebrated with champagne here before, winner of last year's slalom. It's Olympic champion Clément Noël. First podium finish here in Adelboden in 2019. So 7 years ago. He didn't love it until he won last year because he found it such a struggle to be on the podium. Had been a long time for Clément Noël, and in the green now, got about 25 more gates left to keep in that green. Oh, a little bit of a slip. Now it's gone red, and this isn't good for Clément Noël. So much trouble to pick up time down here after you lost some down that pitch. Through the last flush and into the finish. It's not going to do it into 4th. So that is a serious contender that is now out of the mix, off the podium. Clément Noël, oh, got smacked in the face by that blue gate. Sometimes if you don't cross block them perfectly, they come back up quickly and hit you in the face. That's why he wears that mouth guard like a football player. Had to be tough down there, but that wasn't his best. So down to the top 5 now. Loic Meillard coming up next. He'll be followed by Paco Rassat, Edward Hallberg, McGrath, Christofferson. It won't look like Loic Meillard is trying with all his might, but I can tell you he will be. He just makes it look so easy, and the best in the world at whatever they do, make it look effortless, and that's what this guy does day in and day out on the World Cup circuit. Look at those quick little turns. Oh no, he straddled. He's done. It's over for Loic Meillard, and the Swiss fans are gutted right now. That was their #1 hope of having a chance to win, and not one Swiss flag waving until they see him come over. Oh, that's great. That's his fan club. I love that. Watch this right here. In the flush, straddles the second gate in that 3-gate flush. First, or the middle blue gate. The first blue gate. Broughton can't believe it because he knows how consistent Loic Meillard is. But Meillard's out. Get a nice hand as he comes to the finish area into this 20,000 person stadium here at the bottom, the Cauldron, as they call it. The most beautiful finish venue on the circuit. Yeah, he's wondering if his ski was damaged there from that straddle on the plastic pole, but his servicemen will have a look at that and tidy it up for next time. Go. 27-year-old Paco Rassat from France, 3rd in the last race. Stephen Amier sits 3rd right now. His teammate Clément Noël in 4th. Paco Rassat getting a little bit behind in the game right now. Has to stay ahead of it in the top part, but he can't until now. Now he's really in the rhythm. Look at this rocket ship go. Dead heat at the top of the Zielhang. guy who was out of the French system for a long time, not taken to the Albertville High School where a lot of the French racers go, not selected for the World Juniors, but he's proved them all wrong in having podium finishes before and one World Cup victory in Gurgel. Can he make it 2 today? Yes! So far he's got the lead, 0.36 for Paco Rassat. Fastest second run time. And he almost can't believe it. Really good skiing. Wasn't awesome up top. Only 7th and 14th up there, but won that third section time, and 8th down at the bottom was enough to steer him clear by 0.36 over Pinero Broughton, who's second. Feller in third now. Amier bumped off the podium. And we're down to the final three.
From the first gain on, be active and stable. Again, work smooth with the rollers and also this delay flush combo, no problem. Slope is in a good shape.
Ready? Go!
Yeah, the slope is in perfect shape, and it's ready for Eddie Hallberg now. Skiing so well this year. Second in the last race in Madonna after leading after the first run, so he hung on there. Oh no, oh no, oh no, he's in trouble. It's not how to do it. Okay, he's going to be a little bit behind 0.2, but he can still make it up down here. Said he hasn't been able to send back all the messages he received after finishing second last week. Oh, and he's not going to finish in the top 3.66 back. Will only land him in fourth, and maybe not even top 10 after those few mistakes down at the bottom. Okay, fastest at the bottom into fourth. Look at those times, though, 23rd and 17th in the middle section. So he's got speed to burn, but sometimes makes some mistakes. Can't quite hold it together. That was one of them. Had to turn on his inside ski there. Let's get thrown right off the course. Oh. I know the feeling. Okay, so Paco Rassat guarantees himself a top 3 finish. We'll wait for the final 2 Norwegians. Victor Mouffagendet congratulating him. Mouffagendet sits in 10th right now. So here are the attacking Vikings. It's Atli Lee McGrath. Had his trials and tribulations here in Adelboden and Slalom. Twice on the podium. He's fallen twice. Notorious second run charge and sometimes disaster for the Norwegian. Was born in the United States. Skiing really well so far, trying to chase down his best friend who sits in second. It's Lucas Pinero Broughton in second place right now, and Atli Lee McGrath has the lead. He'll have to put it all on the line down here. Getting so slick and greasy down that steep pitch. 70% grade, but maybe lost a little bit of time there. 0.16. McGrath's got to let them go through this final flush and down to the final gates. And McGrath down to the line into second. Okay, guarantees himself a top 3. Knows it was so close, only 1800ths. Best friend is in third, and Rassat still leads. Oh, he missed the Didier Couche ski flip. Remember Didier Couche, the 5-time champion in Kitzbühel for Switzerland? Did that famous ski flip after his run. My legs are always too tired to even take my ski off, let alone flip it around once and a half. Couche did it on his 218s. These are 165s. And that's a miss. But a win in his books, I think, delivering on a second run, finishing on the podium here once again. Did it a couple years ago, and we'll have to listen to Kristoffersen, who's always trying to talk himself into being the fastest in the world. Like a bull getting let out of the gates in the arena, it's Henrik Kristoffersen. Trying to win for the third time here in Adelboden in slalom. Off to a nice start so far. 0.37 advantage on the leader, Paco Rissat, from the start. Might not be quite that much right now. Trying to pick up the tempo in the middle of the course, coming through the Oshner Sport banner. 0.2 up. So lost a little bit of time, but still right in there. Now down the steep pitch. Some guys have had problems here. Kristoffersen, no problem so far. Good quick feet, but losing some time. Only 0.13. Is he going to give this away to the Frenchman? It's the attacking Viking chasing down the attacking Croissant. Kristoffersen to the line in third, and Rissat has a win. Oh my goodness, Kristoffersen in third. France first. And Henrik will not be happy with that one. Oh, too bad. So Paco Rissat, just like that, has become a two-time winner. One in Gurgel, and now a one again here on the Classic. On the 70th running here in Adelboden. Just a couple of mistakes down at the bottom. Only 0.36 back of the win. Or excuse me, only 0.20 back of the win. Pinero Broughton 0.36. He was in fourth. McGrath second. Pinero Broughton, can't believe he's not taking home another cowbell, but a guy who can celebrate the attacking Croissant, it's Paco Rissat. Well, Rissat backed up his win in Gurgel with a third place finish last Wednesday. Madonna now has another win. And he's going to move up in the standings. Timon Haugen wasn't in the second run, who leads the standings. Clement Noel might move back, and Paco Rissat will have that red leader's bib, I believe, in the official ceremony. Yep, this is the unofficial, but we'll listen along.
Representing Norway, aus Norwegen, Henrik Kristoffersen. In second place, im zweiten Rang, representing Norway, aus Norwegen, Adelie McGrath. And in first place and the unofficial winner im ersten Rang und inoffiziell der Sieger geworden ist 2026. Representing France, aus Frankreich, Paco Rissat.
Second victory of his career for Paco Rissat. How about Henrik Kristoffersen, his 99th top three finish? We talked about him winning 33% of the time. His podium finish is almost 60%. Just incredible. And for Adelie McGrath, he'll have to settle for second, which he did a couple of years ago, but I think he'll be thrilled with that. So many times we've seen him go out in that second run. It'll be his 19th World Cup top three. and steer clear of his dad, Paco Rassat, just 1800ths of a second up. Christofferson in third, Pinero, Broughton, Feller, Hallberg, Amier, Noel, Neff, Marchand, the top 10. There's Popoff in 11th, Mouffageon, Dave Riding, top Brit in 13th. Sennhuisern moved up 11 spots. That's the most on the second run. He's in 15th. As we hear from the winner.
Paco Rassat, congratulations. Your first ever slalom World Cup victory, your first ever World Cup victory, and this is an iconic World Cup slope in Adelboden. What does that represent for you?
A lot of things. I can't believe it to win here in Adelboden. Yesterday I saw Leo on the podium here on the GS. The atmosphere is just incredible, and thank you very much everybody for your support, and I'm so happy.
Is it better than in your dream?
Yeah, definitely better, yeah.
And you will also get this amazing bell on the right side. Do you know where you will put it?
I think at my house parents. They will be happy, and for sure I will give it to my parents.
Thank you, congratulations, enjoy.
So the second win of his career, won in Gurgel, Austria. Paco Rassat dodges a bullet from Henrik Kristoffersen, who made some mistakes on the second run. His 99th top 3 finish. Be looking for number 100 in the next slalom race. Second, Atlee Lee McGrath. Couldn't quite manage the top time in that second run. McGrath was 4th in the second run. Kristoffersen was 11th. And Paco Rassat with the win on the second run and the victory for him. So we'll get to the official victory ceremony where Paco Rassat will, I believe, take over the red leader bib in slalom. And there it is. He's right up top. 26 points clear of Clement Noel. Haugen in 3rd. McGrath in 4th. And it is going to be tough sledding for the French and choosing their Olympic slalom team, but Paco Rassat guarantees his spot there. I believe Amier, Clement Noel will be there, and probably Mouffageon, who finished 12th today. There's the overall. Odermatt still leads. Pinero Broughton moving up. McGrath moving up 3 spots. So Adelboden is finished. Medal race in Wengen next weekend, coming up quickly. Super G a downhill and a slalom. Then they'll head to Kitzbühel the following week, where a downhill Super G and a slalom will be held as well. And then to Schladming for the beautiful night race there. And it'll be an emotional return to Crans-Montana for the men and the women at the end of January before the Olympics. After the tragedy there, they recognized it very well here with moments of silence before each of the runs. As we get a look at the second run again of Paco Rassat, the fastest on the second run. He was 10th up top here, but just skied really smart. Made a slight slip there in an era, but pulled it together nicely. Was only 15th in this section, but so many skiers skied well through this intricate part of the course. Really flatter section, but this is where he made his money. He's going to make 54,000 euros today. Second's 25,000. Third is 13,000. If you're in 30th, you win 816. That's it. So just enough for a pizza and a beer at the end of the day. But Paco Rassat, fastest in this third section, 9th at the bottom. Panaro couldn't believe it because he knows those two guys who are coming after him were probably going to be in there, and that did bump him to fourth. So Paco Rosat, second World Cup victory. Might need a better celebration next time, but here we go. Incroyable. For a guy who had a tough going in the beginning of his career, as I mentioned earlier. Often out of the system for the French Alpine skiers, but the 27-year-old from Ionos-Marguerite in France. Really super discreet guy, never puts himself first. Really hard worker, and magnificent skier technically, just never gave up on himself. Always doing things in the right way, and even when people didn't believe in him, he stuck it out there. The double pole flip celebration, I haven't seen that one before. Yeah, that was great. This guy's a real athlete, jack of all trades, a real surfer. Guy loves photography and a guitarist, and you'll be seeing some great photos of himself at the top of the podium, the top of that Zielhang, and memories for a lifetime for he and his coaches. Affectionately known all the French races as the attacking Croissants, a little play off the attacking Vikings, but they're anything but soft. So a fresh win for Paco Rosat. Let these slow motion pictures take you through the next little while. Thanks for being with me. I'm Brian Stemmel. We'll get back to you with the official ceremonies coming up next, but they present the cowbells and a champagne shower for the winner, Paco Rosat.
World Cup Adelboden 2026-2026. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official winners presentation of today's men's slalom. Meine Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen zur offiziellen Siegerehrung des heutigen Herrenslaloms am Kunisbergen. We are pleased to present in third place, im dritten Rang, representing Norway, aus Norwegen, Henrik Kristoffersen. In second place, im zweiten Rang, representing Norway, aus Norwegen, Adelie McGrath. Our today's winner. Im ersten Rang und der großartige Sieger Kunis 2026. Representing France, de la France, Paco Rassa. Meine Damen und Herren, wir geben den drei großartigen Athleten nochmals einen riesigen Applaus. Herzliche Gratulation. Henrik Kristoffersen 3, Adelie McGrath 2 und der großartige Sieger Paco Rassa. We will now proceed with the prize giving. Please welcome our presenters. Die Glocke für den drittplatzierten Henrik Kristoffersen wird überreicht durch Herrn Divisionär Renald Trop. Herzliche Gratulation, Henrik Kristoffersen! Die Glocke für den zweitplatzierten Adelie McGrath wird überreicht durch Frau Nationalrätin Aline Trede. Und wir gratulieren herzlich Adelie McGrath. Und die große Adelbodener Glocke für den fantastischen Sieger Kunis 2026 Paco Rassa wird überreicht durch Frau Großratspräsidentin des Kantons Bern, Edith Siegenthaler. Félicitations de nouveau, Paco Rassa, Adelie McGrath and Henrik Kristoffersen. Let's go crazy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the winner, we will now play the national anthem of France. Meine Damen und Herren, zu Ehren des heutigen Siegers spielen wir nun die Nationalhymne Frankreichs. darfst du nicht fehlen, die Champagnerdusche begleitet von einem entsprechenden Applaus. Alle drei zusammen, gemeinsam, wir begleiten die drei in die Champagnerdusche. So, come on guys, let's count on 3. 1, 2, 3, here we go! Und mit diesen wunderbaren Bildern und den 3 großartigen Siegen des heutigen Tages gratulieren wir noch einmal von der Tournis. Encore une fois, félicitations! Bravo Henry! Congratulations Adeline! Et bravo et félicitations Paco Rassa! Oh. Quelle journée, Paco! Quelle journée, quelle compétition, quelle histoire!
Quelle histoire, quelle tranche de vie. Non, merci Adelboden. Ça restera un jour gravé dans toute ma mémoire. J'arrive même plus à parler. Mais non, je suis super content, c'est vraiment quelque chose de fou. Un rêve qui se réalise. J'ai fait mon premier départ en Coupe du Monde ici. Et de gagner ici devant vous, c'est quelque chose d'incroyable. Et merci beaucoup à tous.
Oh, merci à toi pour cette compétition. C'était un grand battle entre vous.
Ouais, c'était encore une course serrée. Le niveau en slalom cette année est incroyable. J'ai regardé 2-3 compétiteurs en haut à la télé et je voyais que les écarts étaient hyper serrés. Il faisait vraiment nuit, la lumière était faible dans la deuxième manche, donc c'était difficile d'attaquer. Et quand j'ai vu la green light en bas, j'avais juste envie de tout jeter et vraiment profiter un maximum, c'était dingue.
Ta saison, tes compétitions et ta technique et tout ça est incroyable cette saison. Quel est le secret?
Je sais pas s'il y a vraiment de secret. En tout cas, j'essaie vraiment de prendre le maximum de plaisir sur ces événements. C'est une chance de pouvoir faire ce genre de course. J'ai regardé la télé quand j'étais plus jeune. Et de pouvoir en prendre part et de se battre pour les premières places, c'est juste quelque chose que j'aurais jamais pensé inimaginable. Donc je pense que le secret, c'est vraiment de jouer sa carte à fond et prendre un maximum de plaisir.
Merci beaucoup pour ces mots, c'est la passion. Et maintenant, tu es prêt pour Wengen?
Ouais, on va savourer un peu et on va se concentrer sur Wengen, sur l'Uneco, enfin pour moi la piste la plus dure de la saison, donc ça va encore être un gros combat la semaine prochaine. Et donc voilà, ça va être cool.
Ce soir, tu vas faire une grande fête.
Je sais pas, l'avenir nous dira.
Alors, de nouveau, chers amis de la France, il y a beaucoup de spectateurs ici. Jóvenes, de nouveau, allesamen, tutti insieme pour Paco Rassa. 1, 2, 3. Félicitations, bravo Paco! Félicitations pour l'équipe de la France. L'équipe tricolore, vous êtes si fort, vous êtes si sympa. Und so, Kunis 2026 ja, ist sportlich alles gesagt, ist sportlich alles geschrieben, was muss geschrieben sein in Sachen Drehbücher. Ich sage danke all denen, die es möglich gemacht haben, hinter der Kulisse, vor der Kamera, hinter der Kamera und ganz einfach euch, liebe Fans. Ihr seid und bleibt und werdet für immer die Besten sein. Ihr seid grossartig, amazing. Man hat so manchmal gehört, in allen Sprachen, man hat einfach gesagt, als Athlet, als Medienschaffende, als alle die ganze Skisportwelt ist ja hier versammelt. Das Publikum macht es am Schluss aus. Darum euch das grösste Danke, was es überhaupt gibt. Kunis 2026 ist aber selbstverständlich noch nicht fertig. Wir können gerne eins trinken, wir können gerne hier noch ein bisschen verweilen. Anschlossen auf einen fantastischen Tag und dann nehmen wir doch genau die Leidenschaft, die der Paco vorher angesprochen hat, die La Passion, die Passion, nehmen wir mit und gehen so durch Winter, gehen so in Sommer, gehen so in Herbst und dann ist dann auch schon wieder der nächste Kanal. In dem Sinne, merci vielmals im Namen von Kunis, euch allen, merci, macht's gut, kommt gut heim und bis bald.